Hi, sweet marshmallows. How you guys doing this morning or this afternoon, depending on when you are watching this video. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe now. If you are returning marshmallow, welcome back. So for this video, I decided to do like a shadow work series, pretty much where it's like, we're looking at what's going on in regards to your shadow work, like how far have you, came into your shadow work. What are some things that's playing into your life right now that can be worked on, or what are some things that you already worked on, so that way you can kind of like recognize and stop or fix or whatever you want to do with your shadow work for your greatest good and growth. I wanted to do this because, of course, a lot of people are starting to do shadow work and things like that, including myself, to kind of like tap into their inner child. Okay. So with this inner child, pretty much your inner child is your younger self. Your younger self is the type of person where, you started off at square one, naive, you really didn't know about good or bad, okay? So as you grow up and you experience things, you tend to build these mechanisms, or you learn some type of behavior from somebody else that you feel is beneficial to, like I said, your safety and security, things like that in regards to your needs and wants as like a person. Okay. So I'm going to go deeper into it as I'm reading for you guys, so that way you can kind of understand what's going on. So I have 4 different decks here, which is, the ones I picked. They usually reveal types of secrets. They pretty much get down to the core, or your inner self in regards to outside factors is going to look on inside factors of your life. Okay. So we have the Moon Power Tarot. So pretty much this is going to be like a clarifier, like what's going on. Maybe this is going to be a little bit of the outside, but it still taps into the inner. This is my secrets deck. Excuse me. This is my secrets deck, which is like, I call it that because, it really does like pinpoint childhood traumas, just the past. It's really good with working with the past. And I have my occult tarot. So when you see this deck, don't really get too scared of it, because, you have power over the cards, and, you work with the cards. The cards cannot do things to you. So if you feel uneasy about this deck, don't feel uneasy about it. I just felt called to this deck because, again, like I said, it talks about deceptions and revealing truth. I also have my dream decoder deck, which is with my dream decoder deck, this is going to help me look at your dreams, like what are some things that you could be like, what's reoccurring. Again, like I said, this is going to talk about a little bit more of your waking life, but also in your dream state, like what's being played out in your mind, something like that. So let's just look at the past first, and then we're going to kind of clarify what's going on. Like, we're going to work from the past, working our way to the future. Okay, if that makes sense to you. All right, let me just take them out of the box, and I'm gonna set them to the side right here. Put this one to the back. All right, let's look at the past. Let's look at the past. And when I say the past, we pretty much asking spirit, what's going on? What has happened? Like, what was your childhood like? What was life like for you growing up? Okay. Was it hard? Was it easy? What did you take from your childhood that affected you now? Whether it was good or bad, because, doing shadow work, you could have been a person that received any and everything that you wanted. So that made you greedy or childish or selfish. Okay. So any way that you grew up couldn't always affect you in some type of way. It's just in how you perceive it and take it. Okay. So thank you, Spirit. Let's see what was going on with my collective's life. Get different scenarios here. Okay. So automatically we have, childhood related things. And then we have some type of secret that is going to be revealed or soon to be revealed, or kind of like make sense to you about your connection. So I do feel like right here with the Two of Cups, this type of past relationship, I'm not going to say a past relationship, but this past, like your childhood, maybe your parents or something like that, maybe something that you seen with your parents or grandparents, you have learned in this lifetime to kind of do the same thing. Okay, like maybe sticking it out with somebody because you feel like growing up you was like, oh, grandma and granddad, they stayed together for so long because, you know, she probably endured a lot, and by her enduring a lot, that made her look like a very strong woman. You know, you just took the good out of it, not knowing that it's kind of a bad thing to not have boundaries or set you know, like just say no to something that's harming you. With the 555 on the clock, right, which just passed, talking about changing. So something that you're doing now, you may have to change in regards to your relationships. With the Six of Cups here, it's like I do feel like you have a lot of childhood things that's playing into your life. So a lot of you could be watching this and be like, I have a lot of things going on that's kind of coming back. So I do feel like for some of you guys, you could be in a relationship, or you could have these relationships with people, even your own parents, and your childhood is starting to kind of, you know, shine light onto what's going on in your life now. So like here you are, this strong oak tree and things like that, and you know, you're standing up tall, you're not really, you know, emotional. Like maybe you could be unemotional, emotionally unavailable or something. Maybe you didn't get a lot of love as a child. Also here with the Two of Cups is like maybe this person didn't give you the love that you wanted, in a sense of like love language. So like words of affirmations or physical touch. Maybe you didn't get hugs or something. Like I said, you are this type of person that's this person now. You're not really your old self. I do feel like, you know, this color, the roots of everything, which is your you know, like I said, the base, or what's growing, like what's feeding this right here. Without the roots, you are not this person. So I do feel like you tend to reflect on your past a lot, or your childhood a lot, because you kind of know like, hey, first of all, you're looking at this video because you want to know about shadow work, and you kind of already know what it's about. So you're kind of like, I'm reflecting a lot more on my life. I still don't know what it is. I do feel like soon you will kind of understand that there's two things that happen to you in particular that kind of cause you to be this type of person you are now. You have the Son of Cups here. Yeah, you have the Son of Cups here. And if you kind of look at these two cards together, you notice the same rainbow and kind of like branching off in the cup. So I do feel like you are, like I said, you are starting to accept yourself more. All right. Or self-love. So like I said, you could be this emotionally unavailable person. You could be the type of person that does not show love to people because you don't know how to receive or give it. Now you are starting to have this cup and be able to, you know, understand your own feelings, your own emotions, and just what love is about. And you're going to be able to give that to people. Maybe that's what's going on with you now. Moving up was this emotionally unavailableness. Or like I said, love language, just like you just felt like you didn't get a lot of attention. So now you could seek a lot of attention from the wrong people. You could give your love to the wrong people, which could make you a very selfless person. And sometimes you kind of got to like know your boundaries. Like everything comes with a boundary, whether it's good or bad. So by you being this selfless person and constantly giving to the wrong people, you have to know when to stop and not let these people take advantage of you. I feel like you just like, yeah, that's something to think about right there. Okay, we have another one. Father of Pentacles. So we have somebody in the collective that's being motivated by emotions and love, and now we have somebody that's dealing with power and money. So I'm getting that some of you guys with the first pile, you could have the life path number 2 or 6, because those are usually people that are dealing with, or 11. Okay, you could have life path 11, 2, or 6, because this talks about using the 2, this mothering energy. You could be a Cancer, like I said, motivated by the moon. So you could be this type of person that's like trying to understand your emotions more, and just relationships, and how you pretty much have when I tell you have a hard time with your emotions, it's because you dealt with a lot, just like manipulative type of things, where a person could, I don't know if y'all ever watched like a movie, like maybe Antoine Fisher, just just these type of emotionally and mental abuse. So pretty much somebody can make you do certain things, but they still be like, I love you, or they'll do things and not show you love, but pretty much they use your feelings and your heart against you, and it's kind of fucked up. So now you're this person that's contemplating and fighting yourself and other people that's in your life, okay, which is very messed up. Now for the second person, you could have the life path number of 4 and 8. Why I say that? Because this talks about building, karma, and pretty much having this overall security and abundance. So you, like I said, you perceived your childhood in a very different way. And first of all, with the Father of Pentacles, I do feel like maybe a father role could have been significant to you, or this masculine in your life. So this masculine could have been your mother or your father, but they played a big role in your life as to how you grew up, and how you handle your life now. So with the Father of Pentacles, this is showing me that this person had a lot of knowledge. This person had a lot to give in regards to surviving, but I don't know about emotion. Okay? Because if you think about a deer, they know how to get their food, they know how to find water and all this stuff, like providing. But when it came to again, if they saw a hunter, they know when to run. But when it came to just other things, if you really think about deers, you always see the deer with their mom and not really their dad, or just somebody that was security to the dawn, or the fawn. I meant the fawn. My bad. But yeah. So with the Emperor here, you could have took this 2 ways growing up. So you could have been the type of person to where, like I said, this person maybe gave you everything that you wanted, so you're now a selfish person. You could be how can I put it, like a brat in a sense. You feel like people should do things for you. You never had to do things for yourself. Pretty much it's you never had to work in your life. You don't know how to do that. So that kind of hinder you now, and some type of shadow work needs to be done in regards to that. Being more independent, being, self-reliant and not reliant on others. Because you could be codependent as well, dealing with people in your life. Like I said, with the life path 8, you could have a lot of karma. You could have a lot of karma in your life because you probably treated people in a bad way in regards to, everything is about me. Nobody else matter but me. You could have been hindered by your parent, because your parent could be the type of person like, you don't have to do this and that, and you don't have to change. So you could be a stubborn sign or a fixed sign, which is Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus. I had to think real quick, but you could be of these signs that pretty much are experiencing these things to where you never had to do for yourself, and you blame people for your shortcomings, which is not their fault. Okay. So I do feel like, since you are, reaching out, something that you could be doing now or try to do now is be of the hermit. Isolation. Learn how to protect yourself, how to provide for yourself, and not only yourself, but learn how to do that for others as well. Why I say that? Because look at the turtle or the tortoise, however you want to see this animal right now. This animal, like I said, is self-reliant. They have their own home. They know when to stick their neck out, literally or figuratively, maybe for themselves or the people. They are well aware of their emotions and probably know how to take it slow. So maybe in regards to your thoughts and just everything else, you may need to take it slow, because you know that you are this soft person on the inside that may come off very rash. Okay, now. All right, now. Very different. Pretty much we're just looking at the past, and then we're going to look at a little bit of the future, like what's going on in the future, and then clarify what's going on in y'all connections. So somebody is dealing with letting go. They have a hard, this is codependent again. Oh yeah. Also, too, for the second pile, this Ace of Swords could also be an ego problem. So like I said, your parent could have been the type of person that was feeding your ego so much to the point where it's like I said, you cannot be moved. I am this, I am that. But you kind of have to have a humbling moment to realize, like, hey, you bleed just like I do. And if you don't fix it now, your whole attitude could be the reason why you are in trouble, or you could receive this karma that I'm talking about. The third person, this is like a codependent type of thing, but also like, for some reason, I feel like this is self-inflicted. So it's like you kind of do this to yourself. Okay. So this kind of reminds me of that one question that I answered with my shadow work, 14-day shadow work. It was like, it was a question by Ayala. She was like, tell me a time that you was heartbroken. And then she said, to follow up, how did you contribute to that heartbreak? Okay. So I'm going to just use my shadow work for example. So, I'm going to just say with an ex of mine and just like other people, because I kind of saw the patterns where it came from. So I'm going to just start off with my dad and then show you how I went to my ex. So with my dad, how I was heartbroken was because, when I was young at one point, like when I say I was young, I was like maybe 5 or 6, something like that. We went to this fair, and I was with him, and I'm on this ride. I get off the ride and he's gone. I'm panicking. I'm like, okay, where's my dad at? He said he was going to be here when I got off. So I literally walked around that whole fair to look for him. And me being a smart person, I was like, okay, I remember where we parked at. I had literally walked a few blocks because, the fair was so far. You couldn't park right on the waterfront or anything because they had it blocked off. So I walked back to the car. My mom had just gave me my phone. She gave me a phone because, I don't know. We just be on it like, oh, let's do this, and it worked out. So I called my grandma and then I called my mom. My grandma was like, what? Panicking, this, that, and the third. I called my mom and she's just like, I'm on my way. I'm coming to get you. No. Okay. So After I called them, my dad shows up. He shows up at the car with the woman, and you know, he's talking to this woman. She has her kids and stuff like that. And I'm just looking at him like, what are you doing? You just forgot about me? So in that sense, it's like I took so much stuff from that instance, because I'm like, first of all, you abandoned me. That was a lot. Like, me being your child, you abandoned me, and you could care 2 cents about me. In that moment, kind of broke my heart as your daughter, right? Also, me being the person I was still kind of forgiving, and I pretty much made exceptions of his actions time and time again. Because if you think about it, with your parents, mostly like girls and their fathers, or just vice versa, you give your parent time and time again to make it right. But it's some things that you got to set a boundary with, even your parents, to show like, hey, you aren't deserving of what I can give you as a child. And you have to kind of cut that tie. So then I answered the second question, the following up question to like, how did I contribute to it? Me, myself, how did I contribute to it was me not setting those boundaries, or just me not limiting my presence, or just things like that as my own self, because I kept giving myself to him. And also in the same sense with my ex, like I kept forgiving, because I feel like forgiveness can be a strength, you know, because you can forgive and get over something. But it's also can be a weakness, because if you continue to forgive and this person continues to take advantage of you, that's where you kind of got to draw the line. Okay. Right. Excuse me, because my throat was kind of, yeah. But yeah, so I just like kind of share my experiences so you can kind of understand like how somebody perceives a situation can be very different, and it holds dear to them specifically. So for this person, this could be self-inflicted, something that you have to learn about yourself, that you have to change in regards to maybe giving, because you have the 5 of Cups here. This is pretty much like you are feeling, you know, sad. You are, you know, crying over spilled milk. We had quadruple 2s on the clock. So you're crying over spilled milk. You are, you know, thinking and constantly in your feelings about something. So you could go back time and time again on a certain situation that you play in your mind over and over again. I do feel like, you know, pretty much it's like you forgave, but you haven't forgotten, because you walked away from it. Like I said, you cried about it. You did all these things. And now you're like, okay, it's time to get over that mountain. I'm ready to move past it. So this could be your energy now, wanting to move past the past. This could be in regards to a karmic cycle. Karmic cycles or karmic relationships, that could be with anybody. This could be with like I said, an ex. It could be with a family member, friends, anybody that you continuously let into your life and you continuously have to learn a lesson from. That's who it is. It could be a female figure. So like I said, it could be an aunt, a mother, a grandmother, a female friend, or your lover. Okay, if you are a male watching this, or a female, depending on your relationship. So somebody has this chokehold on you. So it's the song Cupid's Chokehold by what is the freaking song? Gym Class Heroes. So he was like, take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. And pretty much it just keeps talking about how he falls in love with these people. Like he pretty much falls for the same person in a sense, but they teach him different lessons, right? So I do feel like this is you. Like you continuously meet people that teach you the same lesson that you got to let go. But this lesson isn't even in regards to, you know, money. It's not in regards to like romance or relationships. It's pretty much yourself. Like, what have I done my inner work? Have I done my inner work? Have I changed anything to attract different people? I just saw this post on Twitter, which this girl was actually quoting Tarot by Bronx. So she was like, you do not attract the people that you want in your life. You actually just give the people you know, whoever you give attention to is who you would pretty much give the time. So like, I know I butchered that whole quote or whatever, but pretty much what she was saying is like, yeah, you can attract the people that you need in your life, but at the same time, like if you're still entertaining the wrong people, you cannot even give them the time of day, you know, to the right ones, because you entertaining the wrong people. Okay, with the Son of Swords here and the Four of Cups, I do feel like this is some type of spirit guide, or this could be somebody protecting you, or they could be like a wise person. Okay, they could be like a wise person, like, look, stop. I'm trying to, you know, because if you think about it, owls or just any type of bird, like a hawk or whatever, they tend to prey on snakes. And they know that this snake is, you know, it's like predator versus predator type of thing. This person, whoever the Son of Swords is, they're trying to kill or release you from this. So maybe you could be in this relationship where somebody is better for you and they know somebody is wrong, or pretty much this could be yourself purging this person out. Just know that this is you releasing. This is you trying to get rid of this relationship. Also with the Four of Cups here, it's like you, like I said, you're trying to release these emotions, this burden that this person has put on you, if that makes sense. Woo. Okay. So just looking at the past, I see that there's a lot going on with you guys. So in the past with this person, this could be a mother and father relationship. You not receiving that. Maybe you had a divorce in your family, or you just saw a lot of separations here. So you pretty much don't know what love is. You don't know how to receive it or give it, because, you know, your parents don't know how to see, you know, give or receive love. So you kind of picked up on that. They didn't even have enough time for you to show you love. So you kind of had like emotional disconnect here. The ones that had this stability, and also this is like, you got to do this, you got to do that. They put a lot on your plate. They set a standard on you. And I also do get that this is a LGBTQ type of message here, where it's like maybe your father's like, you're supposed to be this type of person. You're supposed to provide. You're supposed to be manly if you are a male that's watching this video, or a female. Like, you're supposed to be girly, whoever. Pretty much you're supposed to set that standard. So this kind of sheltered you a lot with the hermit mode here, and made you pretty much like close off yourself. Pretty much like water down yourself, your true self. This watered you down a lot. But I do feel like once you start working with yourself, you're able to open up more and be your true authentic self. This could be various things within one person, or like I said, this could be in particular to one person, or where this is hitting home at. Where this is hitting home. I'm just going to use this as clarifiers, and then I'm going to look at your dreams. So pretty much right now, I'm kind of freestyling what's going on. Because I feel like with just those cards alone, we got a lot of messages of what's affecting you in your relationships. We're going to, they want to come out so bad. So we're definitely going to start with those. We're going to start with those, and then we're going to use the other decks to kind of like clarify in depth what's going on. I know this is a lengthy video, but it's supposed to be. All right, let's set these to the side right here. Oops, stuck. All right, so how's this playing in your dreams? Before we even look on the outside, let's look on the inside in your dreams, like what's going on. What's going on in the collective's dreams? So something about, buildings, businesses, something like that. Or maybe I'm getting like travel. So I do feel like this could be like looking at these buildings when you travel, you want to get away. So you probably tend to try to get away or use escapism. I'm going to read them. I'm going to pull 3 cards, maybe 5. So you, ooh, yeah. So for, okay, work. Everything is about work. Everything is about work here. Whew. So like I said, with the people that are dreaming about different worlds, different realms, places, whatever, you have this escapism problem. And I do feel like this is you running away from situations that you need to face. This could also be a bad thing as well, because you may use drugs or alcohol to kind of numb the pain or numb a situation or a feeling. This could be in regards to that person that don't know how to give or receive love. You may tend to fall into this lonely state of like, wow, I'm alone. I run people away, or people, you just feel like you against the world. Okay, but let's look at this. So buildings. It says buildings tend to represent the sense of self. It says pay attention to the kind of building it is. If it's your home or a house, it suggests that your personal life is your paramount concern at the moment. So you could dream of your childhood home. It says being outside of a building may have a feeling of detachment. So yeah, you could be having a detachment to your old self or your childhood, like something that's happened. It could have been like, you know, a divorce that was caused by maybe molestation or something. So maybe one of your parents could have molested you or somebody in the family, and that caused a separation between your parents, pretty much. That's what I'm getting from that. I do feel like you dream of different worlds where it's not your home. It's pretty much something that's way different from what you're used to. Or it could be your childhood home, and you on the outside not really going in because of you're scared of pretty much walking back into the past. Right? Okay. With this card, I do feel like this is you running away. You want to, again, y'all have this escapism. Like, I don't even know if I'm even using the word right, but that's what I'm going to use it for today, okay? Anyway, you are this type of person that you like to run away as well. For the second group, you like to run away from your problems. You don't like the conventional 9 to 5. You don't, pretty much you're out of it and you're done with it. But let's talk about this, okay? This actually talks about being late. So it says if you turn up late for an appointment or event, it can range from possible meanings of a problematic, pretty much a problem approaching your life. So maybe this is you facing the music type of energy. So you always feel like you're constantly behind on your growth. It says turning up late in general may be an alert suggesting you need to be more organized and disciplined. Yeah, it makes sense. It says if you suffer a loss of some kind, being late may be straightforwardly a reflection of sorrow or regret. That last part was for whoever that resonated with, but I do feel like the other part about organization and just like pretty much I take that as, like I said, this person, you never knew how to be responsible or having to take accountability, so you run away from things. Like just a lot of that is going on here. You can't keep running away, okay? You can't keep running away. 111. You can't keep running away, because things are going to eventually manifest into your life, and you can no longer run away from those responsibilities. Like, let's say you are dealing with a person in particular where you like them a lot, and they ask you to be responsible, accountable for your actions and just everything else, and you cannot do that. You lose people like that. Hell, you lose yourself. Why? Because if you are the type of person that wants something for yourself, but you always blame every other thing for why you cannot have it, that's hurting you. And you know it. You know it. Mind you, I'm not here to chew you out or anything. I'm pretty much telling you what you don't see, what your inner child is telling you. When you do this shadow work, you have to be kind to yourself. So, apologize to yourself. I had to apologize to yourself for neglecting yourself or not hearing yourself out when yourself is trying to tell you exactly what it is that you need to change about yourself to make yourself a better person, to go back to your happy self. Okay? Yeah. So you guys could use different types of escapism or just scapegoat type of things. So some people could be using travel, drugs, or alcohol. You could use work. You could just use just literally fleeing the scene. Why I say that? Because the person that's having a hard time with their inner conflict, where it started with themselves, you go to work a lot. You work a lot, or you focus on money. You focus on the material because you feel like that's what's going to bring you happiness, or just these outside factors in your life, but it's not. You got to start with yourself. So it says if you dream about your work, like your job or workplace, it often is focused on what you find unsatisfactory, or what you change. What you have to change is like self-knowledge to identify the problem. So yeah, that said it all. Let me just reread it because I know I butchered it. But pretty much, if you dream about your workplace, you need to focus on what's not making you happy. Okay? You have to get down to the deeper root. Once you do that, you're able to fix the problem. If you don't know what the problem is, you cannot fix it. Right? And honestly, they're saying, like, if you think those problems are the outside factors, no, it's not. It's yourself. It's something that you personally take as a problem, right? Because your perception was different. That's what's going on. And this maze, this could also be significant for the last person. So this maze is something that you have to figure out. You see how this person is deliberately going to that part, but they didn't even want to see the way out? I feel like that's you. You deliberately don't want to see yourself out of that. Maybe you feel bad for yourself or guilty for yourself, and you feel like you're not deserving. That's not a good thing. So just think of the words that I'm throwing out to you guys. Think of those words. How do they make you feel? Are they good or bad? Why? Answer that. Answer that. Write down these questions. Shoot, if y'all want me to put them in the description box, I will. I will. All right, let's look at the present. What's going on in present life? Let's see what's going on in present life with life and love. How is it playing in life and love for you guys right now? For the collective that's watching, how is this playing out in life and love for the collective? Life and love for the collective. Spirit is like, we about to get into it, honey. We about to get into it. Life and love. 4 more cards. Because I feel like this, what I'm about to say for life and love, this is going to resonate for a lot of people. Period. So, here we go. For my people right now that are watching, this is what Spirit is saying is going on in your life now and what you need to do right now. What we're going to do about it with the advice is the occult cards here, okay? So, in your life now, you could be this person that speaks their mind. And when I say speak their mind, you do not know when to shut up about yourself because you're arrogant, you're self-centered, you don't think about others. So you could be selfish with the Fool and the Ace of Swords in reverse. That's for one person. That could be some qualities what's going on. So that playing into your love and life, like a lot of people probably don't want to work with you because you are this type of way. And people don't want to be with you because you are the type of way. You don't even want to give love how you receive love. So that could be for the person that has a problem with love, giving and receiving. So you feel like, oh, since I didn't get it in my childhood, I'm just going to take. No, you cannot do that. Knight of Cups. Yeah, you only 50% put in work. You probably only put in work 50% at your job or just into your passions or effort. Also, like I said, into people. Why? Because this is a very weak water. Like, this is a very weak type of thing right here. All right. So stop doing that, pretty much. Like, you got to put your all into your passions and people, because you will pretty much, you're like watering a flower. If you do not water your flower properly, you will not receive what you give out. Like, it's a give and take type of thing. King of Wands just talks about, I feel like this is like this toxic attribute about yourself that could be in regards to like manipulation. So you could manipulate people the same way that you were manipulated into thinking like, hey, I'm doing these things because I love you. I'm doing this because of so and so and so. However that makes sense to you. Or you can pretty much convince people to do things that you want. This could be for the people that are the workers and the people that have the emotional instability type of issue here. So you pretty much make people do things for you, whether it's like in love or, like I said, financially for you. Kind of like a sugar baby. Some of you could be sugar babies, or just you do things where you feel like you have to kind of give yourself in order to get things, but in the reverse, if that makes sense. Now, looking at the people that self-inflict and also could be financial. So you could be this person that works very hard because you was taught to grow up like, I got to make time for money and not people. So you kind of are isolated or disconnected from people. For the people that are self-inflicted, like I said, you deliberately tie yourself up in your work or your passions. So this is why you cannot make connections. This is why you cannot, see a different side of what you already know, which is yourself or work. Seven of Cups, I just feel like you are just deceiving yourself. You could, like I said, you could water down yourself. You could be a whole nother person, but you haven't even tapped into who you are, your true self. You crying like, in this angle, it looks like that eye is crying. Like, you're crying behind the scenes. And like, you just have a whole lot of emotions going on. People don't know you're hurt. People do not know you're hurt. People cannot see you because you probably haven't put yourself out there. Queen of Pentacles. Like, whoever these two people are, you're very powerful. You're very powerful because you pretty much, maybe you have an ability that you didn't know because you haven't tapped into yourself yet. Or you are a very, like, if you have to meet your higher self is a well put together person, well respected. Just anything that you could think of positively about yourself, that's your higher self. And this is what's trying to show. Like, you are neglecting your higher self and also your younger self. Right? So altogether, you just have not looked at yourself. You just been kind of like, what is it called? Being a chameleon, or, Mystique in a sense. Like, Mystique, she takes on form of other people, but doesn't be herself, if you like Marvel. Death card, ego death. Maybe for the people with the financial security type of energy here, you have to have some type of ego death. Or the people that are self-inflicting something, you have to let go. So a new person, you have to let out with the old so new can come in, which is this growth. So with life, that's what you have to do. With love, like I said, you have to be more giving so that way you can receive the right things. You have to pretty much treat people how you want to be treated. Also with love, it's like you cannot lie to people for your own selfish gain with the Seven of Swords here. Because people cannot feed you grapes all your life. Maybe you're dealing with somebody that's like that because you tend to maybe attract the type of people that you see yourself as. Let go so you can let a good person in. Or let these new relationships in. Let's just get some more advice and then we're going to end the video. For what your inner child wants to say to yourself. The Hermit. The Hermit teaches philosophy, astrology, rhetoric, logic, palm reading, and divination and fire. So yeah, I do feel like with the Hermit, you have to go on this soul searching journey of change and pretty much banish or burn out the old for the new. Because even though you have a fire, those ashes grow flowers, you know. The World card. Know how to tame your freaking ego, your pride. Something about taming that. Get that under wraps, okay? Can you see how this man, he's pretty much taming this lion or whatever creature right here? Okay? It says, make one skilled in labor and crafts. Increase knowledge of philosophy and science. Yeah, so you are good at what you do. Of course you're good at what you do with your work and stuff, but can you really be good at the philosophical and, you know, philosophical, metaphysic, whatever type of thing here with the number 6? Okay, which is being like a humanitarian, giving back. Can you do that? Can you change yourself to be that type of person? 10 of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. This talks about understanding the tongues of animals, uncovers treasures hidden by magicians, and reconciles friends and enemies. Yeah, can you be the bigger person now? Can you be the bigger person and forgive? So this is for everybody. Can you forgive? Can you cross out the karmic debt with 8? Can you balance work and life? Can you balance all together? Just your life all together? Eight of Wands. Let's see what Eight of Wands talks about. It says, Eight of Wands teaches rhetoric very well, gives faithful servants, favors of friends and foes, knowledge of languages. So it's like, are you able to move forward with somebody to bring balance and learn from the past? Also, are you ready to move on? Are you ready for a new beginning? Pretty much. It's saying, are you ready for a new beginning? If you are, be ready to receive some type of abundance. The Sun card. It says, makes one rich, smart, and well-spoken, gathers spirits at tombs, and changes the place of the dead. So like I said, this is, once you do those things, you're able to receive abundance. Like I said, you could receive riches. If you are a person that struggles with finances for some reason, you become well, you know, versed in somebody's love language and just with people, and you became smarter. Like you learn from the situations. Last but not least, Seven of Wands. It talks about murder, bloodshed, tales of things to come, and causes love of friends or enemy. Pretty much calls the love of friends an enemy and can make one invisible. So it's like you're definitely letting go. You're letting go of the past. Pretty much with this murder and bloodshed, you're killing your old self, or just this old habits or things in your life. And you're starting to bring in love in friends. You know, you're gonna love friend, you're gonna love thy enemy, you're gonna love whoever, but you're pretty much gonna be at peace with life. The time is now. You're gonna be at peace with life. You're gonna be receiving abundance here. For some reason, something about a dog is significant as well. But yeah, hopefully you guys have received messages from this shadow work series that I'm starting. You know, every once in a while I'm going to get up here and we're going to talk a little bit about shadow work. Where are you right now in your shadow work? And you know, just because I may post some questions in the description box, so that way you guys can like kind of, you know, be up to pace where I am, kind of a little bit on your own pace for yourself. Okay. But you know, if you resonated with any of these messages, or you have any questions about shadow work, or you just, you know, just want to talk, you can comment down below. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment on this video. I said comment already. Turn on that notification bell. Also, if you guys would like to book a personal reading with me, all the information is down below. What kind of readings I will offer are down below, and how you can contact me is through my email down below. Okay, but until next time, y'all stay sweet.